Howdy folks, Sean Brock with you. Got a request for a lesson on the Blackberry blossom, and we're gonna get this going. It's gonna be a lot easier than you think it is. For those of you that might just be starting out in flat picking guitar, and this will be a two-part series. We're gonna do the whole what I just played, just a whole solo, and then next week I'm gonna upload some advanced ideas of playing up the neck, doing solos up there on this tune, but you got to get the basics under your fingers first. And want to remind you to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, give us a thumbs up, comment with any questions, or if you have any tunes that you would like to learn. I'd be more than glad to throw up a video, but I can't keep doing this without the support of you guys. Anyhow, here's the basics on this tune. If you can play a G major scale, you can play Blackberry Blossom. I promise you, you can. And we'll slow it down note for note and get you in and get just a couple of little variations going on too. So generally this tune kicks off, because it's a fiddle tune, it kicks off with what would be a bow shuffle, which on guitar a lot of times we slide from the 4th fret on the D string to the 5th fret, and we have almost 2 measures of that before we hit the pickup notes of the tune, which are that walk up. Remember that G major scale. I'm telling you, that's half of the tune right there. So we'll start it off. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. That open G is actually the first down strum of the whole tune. So let's pick it up just after. We're going to walk this D down, open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, open G, 2nd fret G, there on the A note, 4th fret G at the B note, and open G. Now I'm going to stop calling out necessarily all the notes, because I'm going to assume that you know the notes of the scale. So I will say simply 2, 4 to call out the frets, okay? And we'll indicate which string we're going to be on. But once again, open, 2, 4, open, 2, 4, open. Sounds like this. Sound familiar? All right. So that is actually the first measure. And our second measure is going to pick up, we're going to descend the G major scale now. Now don't get lost on me. First measure. We're going to pick it up here with our 3rd finger on the D string at the 4th fret, open G, 2nd fret G, open D, 2nd fret D, 4th fret D, open G, open D, And then on that, we're going to move down to the A string, 2nd fret, open, 2nd finger on the E string there at the 3rd fret. So that whole phrase is one more time. I'll tell you the frets. 4, open, 2, 4, 2, 4, open, open, 2, open, 3. So thus far we've got and I want you to do yourself a favor on this, okay? Don't try to play it too fast in the beginning. Get this under your fingers. I know a lot of players, I mean, I've been doing this stuff for 30 years, and I know a lot of players that start out and, you know, we all want to take shortcuts. We all want to play it up to speed real quick and sound awesome while we're doing it. But this is a tune that you absolutely have to get under your fingers before you start any kind of beating and swarping around on it, because you'll end up disgusting yourself and you'll end up very dissatisfied, okay? So don't worry that it takes you a little bit of time. Work with the metronome and start out like this. Or slower, and then speed it up by 5 beats. But absolutely do not get too fast on this. And if you learn tunes this way instead of just trying to learn them off a tablature, it will really improve your improvisation skills, okay? So one more time, all the way from the, let's go from the top. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Okay, you with me? Now, here's the second part of this particular section. There's 2 sections to the tune. So going from that G right there. Now we're going to do some walking on the 2nd string, on the A string. We're going to do 2, 3, open D, 3, 2, open, and that G again, open A, 2, 4, and then we're going to do 2 on the D string. So all together that's going to sound like from this G. Let's just make sure I told you right. When I slow these down, and because I've improvised so much for so long, I tend to get a little adding notes or leaving them out. So one more time. G is the last note of that measure, and we're going to begin on the A string at the B note. So 2, 3, open D, 3, 2, open A, E, 2 on that A string, open A, 4 on the A, 2 on the D, 4 on the A. Sounds like this. One more time. And if you've got this far, man, you're basically through the whole section. So once again, from the just from the pickup notes. Nothing to it, is there? That G scale. That's all you got to worry about here, that G scale. Now we're going to start, that is the first half of the first section of this two-section solo. And when we're ending there on the D chord, the 5 chord, generally, instead of, we don't have time to play the pickup notes again. So, but we don't want to have that big pause there in the 5 chord. So what I do is slur the pickup notes the same that I played in the beginning. I play that, but I slur it. And that's just a hammer-on slur all the way. From open to 4. So from the previous measures that we've got, see how that works? Let me just play it with a little bit more speed. It's nice for filling that gap, but it's something that you can get the timing correctly on. Okay, so now we're going to just repeat almost everything we played. We're going to repeat. So again, from the 2 chord, from the A. All that's the same. Now I'm going to teach you just a variation right here that you can play on the this second time through. Instead of before, you remember how we went to the, we're not going to do that. We're going to simplify that by going see how it finalizes the solo. And that's very simple, used everywhere in fiddle tunes. Open D, 2nd fret, open G, 2nd fret, open. So open, 2, open, 2, open. And the second half of the lick is just that G scale. Open G string, and we're going to go open, 2, 4, open, 2, and then we're going to go 4 on the D string. So open, 2, 4, open, 2, 4, open. Got it? You got the whole first part. You never knew it was that easy, did you? I finally got to where I can play this thing at some pretty tremendous speeds. I've been playing it since I was 9 years old. And when I first heard it, I thought, man, that sounds so complicated. But if you know that G scale, that's gonna incorporate most of the song. So that is the whole first part. Okay, that's the first section. Now we move to the second section, and we're playing over the chords E minor and B7. So there's our transition, okay? That's the timing on it. And this is a walk up on the D. We got to open, first fret, second fret. Then an open E string, third fret on the B string there, the D note. Open E again. So all of that is open E, third fret, B, open, E. And then we do a hammer on the D string. So this section's the same too. We're just going to hammer on. And instead of the walk up, we hammered on. And then we went 3, 1, open. So when you combine these, you've got and you have some leeway here, okay? You can play it a couple of different ways, and I would encourage you to do that so you get some variation and, you know, make your playing interesting. You can hammer on open to 2, or you can hammer on 1 to 2 and put a little vibrato in there if you want. So all together, this section is okay. Now this is going to take us to the B7 chord. Very easy, very simple. And you might want to think about your fingering. I just played with my index and middle, but you might be more comfortable if you did your middle and ring, okay? So that part is just 2 on the E, so 2, you've got double F sharp notes here. 2, 2, open, 2, 2, 3, 2. So once again, that whole section. And guess what? We repeat again. All the way up to there. And then we've got this. One more time on that. I gave you a wrong note. It works, but let's explain that lick. We got all on the B string, C, B. So 1 open, 1 open, 1, 3, and we're back in that G scale. Open, 2, 3, 2, open, 3, open, all out of that scale. You could even play the scale, actually, for your outro of this. But one more time on this lick. We're going to do the second half here of this phrase. Got that? There's all kind of things you can do there, just right in those frets. So if we play that section, got it? Well, guess what? That's the whole solo. That's absolutely the whole thing. And I'm going to play, hopefully I won't make any mistakes, and I'll play exactly how we've been playing it here. Repeat. And that is the Blackberry Blossom. And like I said, I'm going to put up a video. I'll wait a few days though, because I want you to really get this going, those of you who are working on it real time, to get into these variations. But there's just a lot of things we can do here on this tune, and it's not as intimidating as it should be. And I hope this really helps you guys out. As I've said, and I hate to belabor the point, but please do subscribe and tell anybody who might be interested in flat top guitar lessons to please take a look at my channel as well. And just so we're sure on this, there's a ton of places, and right here on YouTube they have some backing tracks, slower and faster versions of Blackberry Blossom that you can fall in on. And also, of course, you can find the tab, you can find different things on the song. This is just one interpretation, but in case you don't know the chords, And let's leave you with the chords. And it's a little difficult at times, but if you're just starting out as a rhythm player, it's G, D, C, G, C, G, A, D, G, D, C, G, G, D, C, G, D, G. And I throw a few extra treatments on it, like I use that a lot. And I'll use the A7. And the second part is E minor. B7. C, G, D, G, and that repeats as well. Hope it helps, guys, and leave in the comments anything you would like to learn. I would be more than happy to do my best to show you a few ideas on playing it. Thanks so much.